everyone, welcome to Game Latte. I'm just doing a quick video today about comic books, uh, more specifically the digital versions. So as you may know, if you're following my vlogs, I'm looking forward to the Old Republic MMO, or SOTOR, or Tor, and to get myself ready for the game, I really like to read background stories if it's available. For example, when Mass Effect 2 was coming out, I read all the novels before that, and now that Mass Effect 3 is coming out, I'm reading all the comics, and there's a novel coming out before that that I will absolutely read. And so I'm doing the same thing for the Old Republic game. So, however, I'm kind of running into a snag because what's happening is the versions that I got are digital and they're published by Dark Horse on their digital store. And the problem is that you can only read the digital version if you have a live internet connection. So you can't read it offline as far as I know, unless you have an iPhone or an iPod, and then you can go to the iTunes store. You go to the app, and then if you've already purchased it, I imagine it's already there if you log into your Dark Horse account with the app, and then you can just download it to your iPad, iPhone, iPod, whatever, and then you can read it. However, if you're like me, you don't have an whatever, and so you're stuck with reading it on the PC because there is no Android app. And I don't even have anything with Android on it. I have a smartphone. It's just my LG Cookie here, but it's pretty limited. I didn't even take an internet plan because I didn't plan on tweeting or anything from this, although I'm starting to regret this now, and I'll talk a little bit more about that either later in this video or maybe in a separate video when I want to talk about the PS Vita. I think I'll do a separate video. Anyway, but other than that, so right now with the Dark Horse comics, you can only read them online. So it's not the magazine, the comic itself is linked to the viewer, which is linked to your browser. And if your browser is outdated, you can't even read the comic. So I find that to be really, really limited, and it's kind of really frustrating me because what I wanted is to buy the comic. And the comic is actually cheaper than the printed version, of course, because it's digital. But you can't even download it to your hard drive. And let's say I want to put the comic in ebook format in PDF and put it on my ebook, which I had somewhere here. There you go. I have, my Kobo here, which reading Dritz right now. I'm trying to anyway, but it's really boring. Actually, it's getting better. It's getting better. But anyway, I'd like to put my comic books on here, and I can't, and it's really pissing me off. And I'm hoping that Dark Horse does something about that, and they allow us to at least download their comics in PDF format. I mean, we are buying it, so why aren't you just giving it in different versions? Only being able to read it when you're connected to the internet really sucks because, for example, I just had this happen to me this morning. My internet was down, so I couldn't even have read my comic books if I wanted to. I've bought the Tor series right now. I think the first 7 volumes. So not being able to read it because my internet's down is really annoying. And I think if I pay money for it, I should be allowed to do whatever I want with my version. Also, the other thing about Dark Horse Digital that I was reading was that they will allow you to print the digital copies you buy, but for another fee. And I don't know, I have a serious problem with that. I should be able to just print what I've already bought, especially if I'm printing it myself and it's going to be on really low quality paper. I mean, it's not going to be like an actual comic book like this here. I just bought this today, Lady Death. I've always wanted to read these when I'm going off tangent here, but I always wanted to read these when I was a teenager, and as a teenager, I only had so much money to go around, right? So I was always intrigued by this, but I could never justify, spending the money just to satisfy my curiosity. However, now that I'm an adult and I have disposable income, I bought it. I'm very excited. And this is a completely new reboot, I guess, by a different publisher. And I guess this is going to be the official publisher for Lady Death from now on, Boundless Comics. And this is Origins Volume 1. So I am so excited. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, that's basically what I'm going to talk about is digital comics. Make them available as a download offline. I know that we're really connected right now with all our iPads and tablets and smartphones, and most of us are, well, not most of us, many of us are connected all the time, and there will be a time in the future where we'll pretty much be connected all the time, all of us. This will be so common, it's not even funny. It's already really, really common. However, there will be times when for some reason the connection won't work and you'll still want access to your stuff, you know? This is why print is still somewhat viable because of, you know, it's reliable. You know, my internet goes down or whatever, power source, you know, goes off and I can still, you know, get a candle and read. So that's my rant for today. I hope you enjoyed, and tell me what you think about all of that. Also, my next video I want to talk about the PS Vita and tablets and smartphones, and what do you think is a good option for, you know, wireless gaming or kind of, or portable gaming, I guess is what I'm talking about. Okay, catch you next time. Bye.